And Sonia, here are the lane assignments. And again, if you X out the Jamaican flags and the one from Trinidad, this could be almost like a U.S.
That's
final, right?
That's
At the trials.
absolutely
And of
right.
course, we want to see these athletes in here. I don't mean any disrespect whatsoever. So Moore, Walters, McLeod, Allen, Holloway, Roberts, Dixon, Mallet, and Bennett. Excellent field here for this final.
So looking forward to this final race. And for me, all eyes on Grant Holloway. What will he be able to do in this final? There seems to be a little bit of a tailwind. I know the hurdlers don't like too much tailwind because it pushes them into the hurdle.
Right.
So just enough. If it's like 1 meter per second, that's usually really good. And we saw in the previous race, 0.7. So what will Grant Holloway do? He's the world champion from 2019, national champion, and just a fierce competitor. Definitely has a bright future for Team USA. I actually saw his dad in Atlanta a few days ago at a track meet. He has a youth track team, and he was just telling me how excited he is for his son and his son's future. And you love to see that family support. His family has been right there behind him, supporting him. So just a great story and someone to watch for many years to come.
Yeah, and his dad was in Boston as well for the street meet there. That was really great. You know something else that Grant's very passionate about? Esports. So I had him on my esports podcast about 2 months ago. And as we all, the track athletes, you know, when you get on the plane, there's certain things you got to have in your bag with you, your spikes, your uniform, just in case they lose everything else.
Yeah.
He also has his controllers for his favorite esports game in his bag as he travels. So we had a great time talking about that.
I love that. I love that.
You know, Grant Holloway just seems to be almost in another zone.
Yeah.
With the speed and talent, the ability. He's got a great coach down at the University of Florida, and Mike Holloway, no relation. But he is developed into just an incredible athlete. I remember watching him win the World Championships. We watched that in Doha.
Yeah.
And he came up with that look in his eyes like it happened, and the whole world opened up to him.
Yeah.
And I think now he knows how to navigate the expectation of the trials, what happens on that big stage. But now it gets even bigger with the Olympics. But first, in America, you got to get there.
That's right.
And that's what these races are all about, being ready to run the rounds and get to a final and be in the top three.
Yeah.
So.
And inside of him, also a great, fun athlete to watch, Devin Allen.
There's Devin to the right. And, of course, we cannot forget about the Olympic champion, Omar McLeod. He's already earned that top of the podium honor from Jamaica. Daniel Roberts in the race as well. So we'll see what happens in the middle. There's Devin Allen collecting his thoughts.
And he looked really strong in the semi. He's one of those athletes who I love watching him compete, great talent, and has been on teams before, so he has the experience, but still hasn't medaled. And so he's not so much worried about Grant Holloway or any of those guys. He's focused on himself and really trying to be his best self on the track. And you never know what can happen. We see that all the time in the hurdles. The favorites usually have a hard time delivering. So if Devin Allen can keep his head, he too has a chance at a medal in Tokyo.
So getting set now for the Agoji men's 110-meter hurdle final. This is our final race of the night. Grant Holloway owns the world and U.S. lead at 13:07. And let's see if he gets close to that.
It looks like Omar McLeod is missing. Not sure, hopefully no injuries there, but he doesn't seem to be there in lane 3. So unfortunately, we won't get to see him in these finals.
And a fair start in the men's 110-meter. And Grant Holloway's gone. Already gone to the first hurdle, and now halfway through the race, Grant Holloway with power and speed. Devin Allen hanging on, but Grant Holloway is going to get to the line first. What a race by Holloway, and his crossing time is 13:10. So just off the world lead of 13:07, but once again, we saw nothing but explosive speed and power out of Grant Holloway, and Devin Allen right behind him in 13:22.
Clear dominance by Grant Holloway. It's so rare that you see an athlete that is so tall, so imposing, have such a great start. He's leaving them from the first step. It's going to be really hard to match as he continues to get better and better, because don't forget, he's going to be sharpening and getting stronger and better as he continues to sharpen up his training. So to see what he's doing already, how he's dominating the first 6 or 7 hurdles, it is mind-blowing. And let's go back to the start. Check it out.
Goodness.
It's no competition. He's ahead of them before he even gets to the first hurdle. He's made so much separation. You can see he struggles a little bit over the final hurdle, but that's the part of the race of Grant Holloway I never worry about.
Right.
You know he's probably training really hard, doing a lot of weight, so he may have a lot of weight in his legs, but my goodness, what a dominance performance.
And the way he makes others press because he's gone. That's another going to be the story inside the story. All right, Grant Holloway with the big win, and he is down with Carey.
All right, he is fired up down here, you guys. Grant. Where am I looking? You are looking right there.
Looking at us.
I mean, I just want to sing celebrate good time. I mean, this is what's going on. You're celebrating.
Man, I'm a gamer. That's all that matters.
We've been talking about that.
Y'all be good. I'll see y'all in 3 weeks. I got no more words.
You got to go?
I'm a gamer.
He's got to go.
He's got to go. He's a gamer. All right. A man of few words, but big times. He is absolutely doing that. Grant Holloway's fired up. Let me tell you. That is really something. That young man right there, I believe, is going to do something special at the trials.
There's no doubt about it.
If he makes the team, you got to make the team first.
Yeah.
I think he will shock the world with something special. So we have seen some incredible speed here tonight. And, wow, how about the value of this meet, allowing people to come and race and compete. And then if we go off the air, there are still several races for folks to come back and double to have a chance to get those races in.
This was a phenomenal meet. Great performances. Loved seeing Allison back on the track. Grant Holloway, for sure, a highlight of this competition. It's just a great meet for the youngsters to really get ready and focused for Tokyo, which we all cannot wait for, right? We were at home in 2020, missed out on that opportunity, but these athletes have definitely come back strong. Look like they didn't even miss a year,
right.
Lewis. It's just been amazing to see.
It has really something. And so now you got guys like TJ Holmes who go out there and document what happened.